We're almost 72 hours into the holy month of mobile gaming, and frankly, things are going rock solid. Better than how we expected, for sure. On that note, we've actually been pretty busy for the past few days, bringing you over 18 new mind-blowing games that'll definitely question what you've actually been playing.
My name's John Marston.
So first of all, to begin with, obviously, Red Dead Redemption is now finally available on mobile. Yes, the actual 2010 game, not some cloud-streamed knockoff. And you've got two ways to play it. Either download it normally and pay the full price, or grab the Netflix version if you've already have a subscription. Both options are on Android and iOS, both take around 10 gigabytes and both run locally. Once you install it, you're going to be getting a quick download of extra data, then a Netflix login pop-up if you pick that version. And once it's over, it's just gonna boot straight into the old classic Rockstar intro. That's it, no tricks, no cloud nonsense, just pure RDR, and definitely better on mobile than a Switch 2 or PlayStation 5 where you cannot even enjoy it without folks being noticing. Now, this has actually been a shadow of doubt for our past couple of weeks, but after going back and forth these past few days, we came across the best update in 2025 far from anything else. Where Winds meets no longer just a vague mobile port, and we don't even have to wait until holidays. Developers just released the words that it's coming out December 12th. That's just only a little over a week from now, and it's already breaking records in China this game. Where Winds meets honestly wild how close the mobile version is going to feel to the PC version. The open world stuff is actually going to work on a phone, so far we've seen that. The whole pacing, the quests are going to work, and the combat is just surprisingly smooth. And mobile gaming is right now hitting a whole different world with Where Winds Meet. Monument Valley 3 is finally here on Android and iOS. So first of all, considering some of you already sunk an embarrassing number of hours into the PC and the base game version, and we're happy to announce that the base game has landed pretty smooth, and now the Garden of Life update has dropped as well, giving you 4 gorgeous new chapters, bonus memory puzzles and much more. New cities, coastlines, puzzles that just evolve as you go, and new free roam boat section everyone's been pretending they all mastered on the first try. This update is completely free and unlocks after finishing the main story, so there's really no excuse not to dive back in. Beautiful art, clever design, soothing vibes. Monument Valley 3 is officially back in rotation. Coming up behind that at number 4, we have Project Jazz. And this thing is finally available globally. It's available just on Android, unfortunately, but this game is like if someone shoved Mirror's Edge, Assassin's Creed's parkour, and Streets of Rage all into a blender. It kind of took them back in time a little bit. You're gonna be running rooftops, fire escapes, and just turning every alley into a combo playground. Combat flows well, Monumentum is your weapon, and ragdoll physics make kick and punches pretty satisfying. Like in nature, it's actually an open world going up game, but like with enough action to go right up there with Spider-Man games. NPCs react, it's fast, it's fluid, and the open world actually rewards the creativity instead of just looking pretty. It is mobile free-running game done right. Coming in fresh, at number 5 it is Heroes of Mount Dragon. Well, first off, it's actually the new work of the developers of the hit mobile game Coromon, and Heroes of Mount Dragon is officially a whole vibe. It's different. It's a perfect mix of AAA polish with indie heart. You can feel the developer team's veterans really know how to make the action sing. The game has that old Dungeons and Dungeons Saturday morning feel with a creative take on the side-scroller with depth. Combat is fun, storyline and characters are all risen enough to want to go deep for, and if you'd like to play with a buddy, the co-op is amazing. Overall, it's just a rarely well-made mobile port. It's free to try, but takes you $15 for the full game. Number 6. Thetan Immortal might have been one of the hit gems in recent history. This game was out briefly just to be vanished for like a whole year. And guess what? It's back again. And it's better. It's basically archery, but like make it mobile and brutal. You pick a hero, slap together a bunch of skills, and suddenly everything counts. You miss your timing and you're tasting dirt. Battles are short, 1 to 2 minutes, but each one's a tiny little puzzle of moving, dodging, and chain comboing. You get over 9 different heroes, a couple of dozen different skills, and bosses that actually make you think. It is offline friendly, fast-paced, and strangely addictive. It just scratches that Archer of God's itch without dragging you into just grinding all day. Total War Napoleon finally landed on mobile. And yeah, you can actually play as Napoleon without needing a desktop. The mobile port actually hits the old classic Total War formula, like campaign maps for planning, real-time battles for bossing around, and just fully optimized touchscreen. You've got 3 campaigns plus all DLCs baked in, 27 new units, 4 new factions like Spain, Denmark, the Ottomans, and all let you rewrite history or just watch it all burn. What's even better is that the controls feel surprisingly smooth, and also the tactical depth is all there as well. Pretty safe to say is Napoleon is officially pocket-sized, and it's taking you $15. So either forget it, purchase the game, try it before you buy it treat. With that being said, Armed Air Forces is like finally getting a mini PC quality flight sim right inside your pocket for free. And that without sacrificing hours of downloads and setups and PC bugs and whatnot. And the only reason it's actually in the list, this game, is that it's probably one of the top 3 aerial combat games it's ever made for mobile. It's offline, it is free, just over 8 GB in size, and literally gets you hooked into Air Force battles even if you've never had the slightest of interest in this thing. Like if you watched Maverick and wanted to sit right next to Tom Cruise, you're gonna be good with this one all the way. Or you can just go full pilot mode and take off for a scenic free flight and enjoy the environments. The cockpits are fully detailed, the physics surprisingly solid for mobile, and planes actually handle like they should. We give this game a 9.8 out of 10. Ground Mountain Adventure 2 just went full ski luxury mode and a huge new patch on mobile. And for once, you're not actually freezing your bums off an airplane, you're gonna be shredding virtual recreations of the French World Cup run and all the fancy slopes right from your phone. Controls are smooth, physics in this game feel realistic enough that wiping out actually hurts, and the casual exploration lets you chill without worrying about duty. In fact, this new collaboration drops you straight into the heart of a famous ski resort, which is wild considering it's mobile. And let me just say, if you're in doubt, over 1 million players already agreed that Ground Mobile Adventure 2 is one of the greatest ever made games on mobile. Going up to number 10, we have the game Lumen. Basically what happens when a MOBA and a hero shooter shake hands and accidentally make something kinda cracked. First of all, it's a 5v5 fast shooting game, and it's actually built around 3 different lanes where you're constantly just fighting to control. Matches are about 15 minutes, but the pace is just nuts. There are already over 10 heroes, each with their own abilities, ults, playstyles, so finding a main is pretty much half the fun. If you like strategy and aim duels, Lumen sits perfectly in that little middle ground. The game's all about timing, combos, and actually working with your squad. It's painful, I know, but it's worth it. At number 11, Bleach Soul Resonance has finally hit global launch, and it is probably the best Bleach game ever made. The combat is amazing, and what sets it apart from a lot of other Bleach games is that it's actually rich in content. Endgame and cutscenes worth a watch, and for a gacha game, it is very generous as well. Graphics are stunning, story, models, voice acting, and the combat all seems polished and is high quality. Suffice it to say, if you're a fan of Bleach games, this will definitely hit your expectations. It even captures the essence of Bleach franchise very well. Honestly, for a free game, it's a 10 out of 10. Kicking off number 12 with one of the most awaited games for Android and iOS, it is Girls Frontline. And let me just say right off the bat, what's actually cool about this game is that it ditches the usual RPG strategy grind and throws you straight into 5v5 shooting, and that with just enough grind to keep it fun. Meaning, auto aiming is optional. If you want it, you can make it harder for yourself or just go with that and have more fun. The game mechanics let you tweak abilities like a roguelike, and you can PvP, PvE, squad up, or just roast your friends in a matter of a minute. The game is soft launched in a few regions, but honestly, this shooter is definitely worth the hype. It's just over 8 GB in size, and the finished version is coming out January next year.
Welcome to your new home. A land of mystery, unsettling peril, and opportunity to strive.
Going down to number 13, we have the game Townfolk, which has just gotten a wake-up call. In case you're wondering what it is, it's a one-on-one new conquest mode that sends you right into full-on border battles with barracks, troops, and a taste of the classic 4X warfare. Previously, you see, this game was just all cozy city building and puzzle solving, but now you're gonna be plotting invasions and defending your turf against bots and stuff, but soon you're gonna see friends in that list as well. Now obviously it is still Townfolk under the hood, charming visuals, clever systems, and casual strategy vibes, but the pacing is just now more spicy. On top of that, this update also throws in some extra puzzles and tweaks, so even if you're not conquering, there's plenty more to enjoy for free. With that being said, at number 14 we have the game Abyss Hunters, and this is basically what happens when idle RPGs stop being lazy and start feeling like a proper, real adventure. First off, you're assembling a squad of heroes to raid dungeons, and figure out a pretty good story plot. Combat's deep. For an idle game, you get dual skill attacks, resistant breaking combos, and randomized events to keep it from feeling repetitive. Meanwhile, your camp is alive with fishing, crafting, and town upgrades, so you can grind, strategize, or just chill with friends. Pixel art vibes meet tactical depth, and it actually sticks. It's available now on Android and also iOS, but the full official version for the Apple Store is coming out somewhere in January. Going down to number 15, we have the game Heartopia, and this is basically Animal Crossing if it decided chores were optional and instead style was the start of the show. You stroll through a fairy tale town, fish, cook, garden, or just stare at things, you know, folks, birds. Every house is yours to craft, so you can make it a cottage, a mansion, or just a mix of both, and over nearly 1,000 outfits to mix and match, which might not be that exciting, but gonna hit you when you figure the chat option, which is where you can hang with real players worldwide, all without timers and stamina bars or nothing holding it back. It's a pretty peaceful game, it's creative and oddly addictive. It's out now on Android, coming to iOS, however, a little less than a month from now.
Reload, no apps, no brakes, premium mode.
Motorcycle Crash Sim Pro is one of those games that sounds pretty simple, but it kinda ends up way more fun than it has any business being. It gives you over 20 bikes, 7 different modes, and 3 huge different playgrounds: city, track, and highway, where you can just cruise calmly, weave through traffic, or just blast off or go full crash test dummy when things inevitably go sideways. In fact, this is one of those demolition derby type of games where the physics are the start of the show, and the best part is it's premium. No ads, no grind, everything is unlocked from the start, just you and whatever stupid decisions you're about to make.
Temptations whisper.
Now, with that being said, guys, Red Rum World's basically what happens when a open world RPG and a merge game accidentally work better than they should. So you explore, I don't know, plains, deserts, classic mobile biomes, but the pacing is what feels actually good. It's got combat, simple tap and drag stuff, but it's pretty smooth and hits harder than you expect. In fact, this whole merge to grow stronger mechanic thing sounds casual, yet it turns into a weirdly addictive loop where you're just constantly upgrading and smashing. Short sessions, fast progress, and a dark but friendly vibe that just easily gets sucked in. The game is online and it's actually coming from the same folks who made Cat Jump. Also, Cat Jump's one hell of a game. And last but not least, just a quick mention, a Boys Vert analog horror just hit mobile. It's a free game, and this one's probably not your usual let's go out, monster goes boo type of horror game. In fact, it's basically 5 nights of being trapped in a VHS with something there called The Room. What you're gonna be doing in this game is you're gonna be monitoring cameras, solving riddles, and keeping the static from turning into something that's gonna mess with you. In fact, if you've seen the Boys Vert series, the vibes are spot on. Glitches, whispers, and that slow burn dread you pretend that doesn't scare you. It's a creepy game, definitely way more psychological than it has any damn right to be. And good luck sleeping after. Oh, and make sure to leave a like if you want. See you later.